What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Hitman 3. We are now traveling to the Carpathian Mountains to complete Untouchable, the final story mission of Hitman 3, but not the final mission, period. And I'm gonna do this a little bit differently. On the first playthrough, you have to start from this location, and then there's gonna be like a pretty cool story cutscene, but I don't feel like watching it. I'll be honest with you. I screwed up my first recording, and I'm not sitting through that shit a second time. So I'm just gonna use the laboratory starting location because that's where the real mission starts. And the conditions are the same. You still don't have a loadout, and you can't change your disguise, your suit either. So we're just skipping the story stuff. On the first playthrough, you'll have to go through it, but there's really nothing that's really noteworthy that has to be explained. Let's just start the actual mission. So this is going to be very different from every other level we've ever done. Basically, this level almost feels like it's out of Hitman Absolution. It's a straight line. I guess as like a consolation price, you are fully permitted to kill anyone in this level without penalty, or without getting any points penalized. Problem is, if you want Silent Assassin, you can't kill any non-targets other than the target, obviously. So we're still not going to kill anyone for that reason. So to get started, let's pick up this key card, and then we're going to overflow the sink to distract the scientist. Just make sure you quickly get into the closet before he turns around. Okay, here he goes.
That's just great.
Let's continue. Key card opens the door. And then behind these
we need
guys,
to find a catchy name for it, for when we go commercial.
there's a keypad, but your clue is right here. 1979. And then there's a rusty crowbar. That's one of the gimmicks in this level, is that all the tools are rusty, and then they break after using them one time. I guess to add some semblance of challenge to the mission. Alright, let's do this. If there's one thing that's admittedly cool about the VR mode in this game, it's that this train level is actually kind of cool in VR. It's too bad that nothing else in the VR mode is cool, because I never really discussed it, but the VR mode in this game is shit. Unless they fixed it, but I have not played it since launch. So hide in the container so that that guard can come over here so we can slip past. Now the sneaking path is pretty obvious, because basically what you want to do is try to stay outside and climb the train cars as much as possible. But for this first one, take the valve right here, set it up, and then use it to open the hatches. Oh, whenever you're on top of the train, watch out for those light things. You do not want to get hit by those, because it only takes a few hits until it's fatal. So that's one obstacle that you gotta make sure you watch out for. And make sure you listen for the dinging so that you know when they're coming. whenever you're on top of a train car, the way that you'll know that you're going the right way is that you can climb down wherever there's no ice. If there's ice, you can't climb down from there. Or up. Let's go out this window. So, there's icicles, so the window is where we go. Whoops. Be careful of that guard. If you're not careful, he will see you. So once he's facing away from us, go through this open car, close the door so that he can go by without us being seen. I don't think we actually need that soda can, but I'm taking it just in case something goes wrong and I need to do a distraction. Okay, so next window. And then we can proceed. And then in the next train car, we want to go out this window, climb up here where there's no ice. Can I... Okay, good. That didn't hit me. So if you're here, you're safe from the thingies. As long as the guard is not at this window, you can move past it. If he is, you're just going to have to wait for him. Climb up. Watch out. Climb up. Continue forward. Watch out. Always watch out for those train signals. I think that's what they're called. That way I don't have to call them things anymore. So then we want to be behind this bar so that we can slip right behind these guys.
Same for the blizzard.
Nah, somewhere.
And then out the next window. And then through the next window. And then out here. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my save right here. This is the part where I highly recommend you save because this next guard is... One of these guards is a little tricky to slip past because of his head, you basically have to watch where his head is turning. If I do screw this up, I'm not going to redo the recording. I'm just going to load the save and keep going. But point is, use your save here, since this is the trickiest part where you could get caught if you're not careful. You could take a disguise and make it easier, but I want to do this as suit only as much as possible. So that guard with the baseball cap, watch him. Make sure his head is not looking directly this way. And then just very carefully run out to the window. I nailed it, but that is the trickiest part, so that's why I want you to save right there. Obviously, we're going to climb up. Watch out. Climb down. Climb back up. This shortcut is open, but on your first playthrough, it's not. So you're gonna have to go up this way. Pick up that fuse cell. There was a fuse cell on the ground. Do not forget to pick that up. We need it for the next part. Basically, you can use this to... You can put it into this fuse box to overload the lights. And what it's going to do is it's essentially going to have a flashbang effect, and it's going to blind all the guards so that you can run past them unnoticed. Obviously, we're not going to waste it on this one guy. We are going to use it in the next section where there's 1 million of them. Okay, so he finally moved. Okay. Whoops. Oh shit, he almost saw me. Obviously watch out for him. We're gonna have to jump down when he's turned around. Alright, here's where we're going to use the fuse cell. Put it in. Run, run, run to the next train car. Crouch before you get there, and then very quickly hide in the container. Because as soon as the soldiers have their eyesight back, they're going to be on alert, and there's a chance that one of them could possibly come into this train car, and we can't let him see us. The safest thing to do is wait for them to go back to neutral before we progress. See? He came in, just like I said he would.
Hey, incoming! We got incoming! Knuckle up! We've got a situation.
So, it's not very common that the guy with the shotgun freaks out, too. But if he does, we're just gonna have to wait for him to go back to neutral also. Which he just did. Oh wow, they all came in here. Shit. But they're back to neutral, so we should be good. Just be mindful of the one that's close, because he could be close enough where he could see you subdue the commander here. So I would say just wait for him to walk further away. So now is the point where we are actually going to take a disguise. You can have the shotgun too if you want, but we're not actually going to use it. So with the disguise, we can just walk right past the next area, because we don't have a fuse cell to blind them with.
Christ! Low vis out here! Is that you, Chief?
In the flesh.
Everything under control? Orson here had one of his feelings.
Everything's on rails. Now move aside.
Everything's on rails. So the game is completely self-aware that they basically put in a Hitman Absolution level. So now we're gonna dress up as office staff. And if you did take the shotgun, you're gonna have to drop it now, since we're no longer wearing a disguise that permits it. Okay, so just watch out for him. He's an enforcer, as you can see. So now we can detach the train cars, and we have the constant all to ourselves. So yeah, this is basically a scripted target confrontation, kind of like Sheriff Skirky from Operation Sledgehammer in Hitman Absolution. I know I didn't do walkthroughs for Hitman Absolution yet, but trust me, you're not missing much.
I don't suppose there's any point calling for help.
No.
Seems I brought this on myself. Well played, Miss Burnwood. Do you really think she'll be able to resist all that power? This is not how people work.
She rejects the power, not the responsibility.
A noble idea. But please join me in the real world. I trust you already know what this is. Why not simply take it? Embrace who you were always meant to be.
No, never again.
Well, I had to try. Go on then. Do your thing. At least I die knowing who I am.
You can kill him however you want, but it's most satisfying to just give him the serum.
What are you doing? No! No!
This is what it means to lose everything.
You're making a mistake.
It's mine to make.
Oh. Forgive me. I seem to have, what were we talking about?
Don't worry. We were done.
Alright, so that's over with. And if you do the serum thing, then the level will automatically story cutscene, but I haven't been showing them anyway, so what's the point? But yeah, that's how you get Silent Assassin on the finale level. My guess is that the intention for this level was to do something more unique as the final story mission. I'm guessing they wanted to do something kind of in line with Redemption at Gontrano from classic Hitman 2. And I guess it does kind of work in that regard. The thing is, though, if you want Silent Assassin, the regular conditions still apply. So killing anyone you want is out of the question if you want Silent Assassin. And then it's nothing more than just sneaking past everyone. And I tried to do it suit only as much as I possibly could, because that's the most satisfying way to do it, since walking through with a disguise is unsatisfying. That's how I play Hitman Absolution. But yeah, so obviously this is nothing like the rest of the game, but this is how you do it, and this is how you get your Silent Assassin. We're almost done. The added bonus map at Ambrose Island is what we will be doing next time.